When you look at these diagrams and these structures with designations like pods and huts and villages, um, your mind may map them to things you're accustomed to, like functional hierarchical structures. So let's deal with the essence of pods. In most manufacturing organizations and even other types, there are four major sort of promises made to the market: new products, good relationships, good service, and finished goods, since you're producing materials. Now, each one of these has work going on, so let's look at the first one and what's inside of it. So you see streams of tasks that deliver certain results. So you could have one stream dealing with new technologies where research is done, prototypes, figure out what to do with these technologies until finally you define the product classes that you're going to develop with specific technologies. You then have another stream of activities whose objective is to develop a new product and eventually file it for approval by the regulatory authorities and obtain that approval. And finally, there's usually a stream of activities that have to do with bringing the new product to market, which includes moving to a commercial plant, producing the quantities for launch, and then the actual launch in the market. Now, here's the critical point about all this. These activities are all important, but only some of them represent something of value to a customer. So for instance, let's say that you went and researched some new technologies and identified new technologies and what they do. That's very interesting, but it means none to a customer because he doesn't know what you're going to do with the technology and which products he should look forward to. So we identify certain points in the chain of tasks in this domain where a customer can see something of value. And those points of value are what define the scope of pods. So if you consider the first stream, that stream focused on that deliverable would make up a pod. And that pod would have a combination of skills, all the skills needed to deliver that result. In this case, probably an industrial engineer, a scientist, financial analyst. The same would apply to the second stream of tasks that end with the filing and approval of a new recipe. This would be a product development pod and would include also a multiplicity of skills: industrial engineers, scientists, financial analysts, and analytical methods. And finally, there would be another pod focused on market launches with all the activities needed to prepare a new launch, including skills from regulatory, supply chain management, sales, customer relationship management. These pods, of course, don't work in isolation. They're not silos. They are constantly collaborated with one another, and together they create the cohesion of this hut that is focused on delivering new products to market.